Last year, there was a huge awards for the film students, and they said, we need to do this for all CTE. And so how exciting. I hope, and I think that you probably feel the same way, that this just becomes something that they do every year. Because what a cool opportunity to celebrate all of these students sitting next to you. How awesome. Let's clap for that. So to get started, first we have to kind of understand what CTE is. So we've put together some slides for everybody who maybe thinks, my student goes to school every day. I know that they're doing really cool stuff. They won this amazing, incredible award, but what does it actually mean? So we have some information up here. So what is CTE? CTE stands for Career Technical Education. I didn't want to get it wrong, sorry. Career Technical Education. So these students are coming to school every day with the opportunity to think past high school, which is so very, very cool. And every day they're learning a trade, they're learning an art form, they are learning skills that are going to take them into their future. Next slide, please. So why is this important? It's important because there are students that college might not be the thing that they want to pursue, which is perfectly okay. So they get to learn a skill and pursue that career. We have, in Farmington Municipal Schools, there are several different career opportunities for your students to excel in. And tonight, some of the careers are going to be represented here. You are going to learn about the incredible awards across the state, and some of them nationally, that they are getting recognized for. So, why? Well, what does this one say? There are work-based learning opportunities for your students. So students will have opportunities to come to school because that's what they do when they're teenagers, right? But they also will be able to find a job and learn those job skills. I think that everybody sitting here knows what it feels like to go through an interview. There is something about going through an interview that never gets comfortable. But if you can develop a little bit of skill when you are interviewing for a job, when you are actually in that job, whether it's customer service or working for a plumber, working in construction, whatever that might be, there are skills about just having a job that are important that anybody can take into their future. And so work-based learning, that's the whole purpose of it. They come to school, they learn from their teachers, and then have a job. That's part of their grade, is just going to work on time. And CTSO, so these are the extra organizations that are connected to the careers that they're learning. You're gonna learn more about some of these clubs that students have the opportunity to join and represent in. These are the career tech organizations that students can join. Some of them, students have been to competitions at the state level and won incredible awards and really showed up and just presented some incredible pieces of art and work and demonstrations of skills. And that has taken them to the national level where they get to compete against students from all over the country. And each one of these organizations that you're looking at here on the screen is going to be represented here tonight, and you are going to get to clap for students that are in these clubs right here. So first, to get us started off presenting her awards for her seniors, we are going to meet Miss Piney. So when I was putting together all of these little intros for these teachers, I said, what am I supposed to say? And everybody just kind of unanimously said I needed to say that Miss Piney is salty. But truly, Miss Piney is a master of so many things. She is a master culinary artist. She's a baker. She's a cook. She's a quilter. She is so crafty and creative and talented, and she has been able to influence your students in those ways. So let's hear it for Miss Piney. If you are one of Miss Piney's students, go ahead and come up on the stage.
All right, this is the slide showing their two different levels. You saw today our showcase of the second level, Foods 2. Foods 1, we do a showcase for themselves where they are practicing and they are learning the skills of not contaminating food, and they serve themselves. Foods 2, we practice serving others, and so that's where you saw them showcasing their skills in your dinner tonight. And so they did a wonderful job. Thank you very much. All right, we have our CTSO is FCCLA. We have had a short duration in FCCLA. It's one of those things I've been a part of for several years as a teacher. I have not taken a lot of students to competitions. I've helped judge, I've been a part of it for several years, but this first student and the one student who is here tonight to represent FCCLA, she nudged me, and she specifically was Miss Piney, we need to get in there. I want to do the competition. And so last year, she was my first person to compete, and this year she competed again. She did a long haul competition also. It's the baking and pastry competition. In 3 hours, she made chocolate chip cookies, cream puffs, blueberry muffins, and decorated a cake, and was judged on her completion of those. She earned a silver award, and that achievement goes to Cassidy Sinigini. Come on over. This is Cassidy's first year when she competed at last year. This is 2024. And then she also competed again in 2025 at regional competition, so in January. And then she also qualified for state. So we went to the state competition in Albuquerque where she competed and earned a silver again this past year as a senior in the state championship or the state competition in the same competition. So congratulations, Cassidy. Thank you. I can help this out. Go to the next one. These are the other students who were able to attend the regional competition this year because we also earned an award for growing our chapter. So last year we had 1 student. This past year we had 4. And so we did earn an award for that one. These are the other students who competed at our regional competition. None of them were able to attend tonight. I do have certificates for them also. Next slide. And then this is Cassidy and I at the state competition. And then these are the other students who helped prepare your dinner tonight, who are in the second year of Foods 2 and who are also seniors. I didn't put everybody up there, but these are our seniors. Come on over, Angela and Janelle. Thank you very much. And they have gifts right there for you. All right. Thank you. Yes. All right. And this is our years of participation in FCCLA. So Cassidy has been participating for 2 years, and then Pagan Benson, Abraham Hess, and Leanna Trujillo have competed for 1 year, but they do plan to compete again next year. So, thank you very much. Okay.
and Miss Piney came over and helped me think about what I did right. And I was just relaxed so easily about just talking with Miss Piney about what I did in the competition. I felt immediately better. And after we finished talking, the awards ceremony started, and I ended up getting placed into silver. I was so happy because baking is just one of my favorite hobbies. I just love baking so much. So I was so happy I got to achieve an award. Now, I don't have any plans for the distant future, but I am currently deciding what school I would like to go to after I graduate. I have some pretty exciting news for this summer. I will be going in a national competition with the theater troupe here at school. We are going to Indiana. It'll be so much fun. And I'll also be working at the Civic Center in a theater production of Hairspray, so I'm really excited for that.
All right. Next up, we get to hear from Miss Beckner. Now, Miss Beckner, if you have ever had a conversation with her, is actually really funny. She says, Miss Beckner students, come on up. Sorry, y'all. So let me just gush on Miss Beckner for a second. She says funny stuff. If you have just sat in a conversation with her, she's very clever. And what she does is she gives that cleverness and those skills other than cleverness, but she has given her students the skills to have a passion for teaching young people. Whenever you look at kids in elementary school and you try to imagine what they might grow into, you never imagine that they're going to be teachers of children that age. And that is literally what these students sitting up here have been able to learn. They learn children development, they learn child development, they learn how to teach in elementary schools. They get the opportunity to go in elementary schools, which is so cool, and that all comes from the influence of Miss Beckner. So let's hear it from Miss Beckner.
So I have the unique job of trying to convince, or at least, sway the high school students who are in the point of their academic journey that they're kind of sick of school, that maybe they should go back to school when they graduate to eventually do a career where they're going to be in school for the rest of their life. So usually sometimes I get this like, absolutely not, I don't know what you're talking about. I never want to do that, but every year I find through my child development class, because with that class I can kind of get more students interested, because I have a wider kind of pull on them to say, hey, do you ever want to work with students as a nurse? Do you want to have children someday? Do you want to be a coach? So I kind of have this bigger group, and out of that group, I kind of walk around, I'm like, are you sure you wouldn't maybe want to be a teacher someday? And I get this awesome group every year who will at least give it a try. And one of my favorite things to do is to hear all of their doubts about whether or not they would want to go into education, but then to send them off to their internships and get to hear them come back and say, man, every day when I walk in, those kids just make my whole day. So it's great to be able to not only help them see maybe what they do want to do and maybe what they don't want to do, but also to share what I love doing with these kids. So it's really great. So I kind of already touched on this. I have 3 different classes. We have child development, which is just that introduction course that we can get a lot of kids in there and see if they might be interested. All of these kids have participated in Teacher Academy, so a lot of these kids are in their 2nd year of Teacher Academy, and then we have a few who stick around for at least that 3rd year, and they do a Teacher Academy 2 class. In both the Teacher Academy 1 and 2, we get to send them into internships and give them a chance to see, is this something that I would want to do? And one of the great things about CTE is we know that not every kid's going to come back and be like, yes, this is what I want to do. But we also believe that when they go out there and they come back and they go, nope, that's just as valuable to us because it helps them kind of have more of an idea of where they want to go in the future. Educators Rising is my CTSO that's connected to the career pathway, and we are able to compete at the state level with Educators Rising and also at the national level. And we can compete in a variety of topics, anything from them developing lesson plans to creating interactive bulletin boards to videos to research projects. And we have a lot of fun with that. We get a lot that want to make children's books. That's a really popular one. But there is a wide variety of things that we can choose from. These are some pictures from us last year at the state conference. I took 10 teenage girls to the state conference. It was an experience. It was my biggest group so far. We've competed at the state conference, I think, 5 years in a row now, and it's one of the highlights of our year. This is a picture from us from last year, not the whole same group, but we actually went to nationals last year in Washington, D.C. One of my award recipients also is going back to nationals this year, so this is going to be her second time at state and her second time at nationals. And it's going to be in Orlando, so they're pretty excited about that. They think it's better than Washington, D.C. They're really thrilled. All right, I'm going to start off with my seniors because they would get mad if I didn't. My first and second award recipients they've been with me for 3 years in this pathway. So I told them after 3 years, I'm going to start like claiming them on my taxes because I'm kind of parenting them at that point. But I've really enjoyed having these girls. They make me crazy, and they also make my day every day. And so one of the things that I'm really proud about, last year they were pretty devastated when they competed at state and they didn't go through. And this year they pulled it through and they were national qualifiers for their public service announcement video. So please come up, Tanisha and Violet, and I actually have their state medals for them also. Yeah. So my last two seniors for the year, one of them is my daughter, who I was able to convince or demand that she was in my class as a freshman. And the other one is a childhood, lifelong friend of hers that I've also got to see grow up since kindergarten. So PV is going to feel a lot different without these senior girls next year here, and I'm really proud of them. They competed 2 years as well at nationals, and they've put in a lot of work. They've done internships. You can ask them all. I've made them do countless hours of volunteer work and fundraising. And so I'm just really proud of everything that they've done. So Bailey and Lindsay. Okay, as you can see, these two have quite a personality. I get to have these girls again next year, which I'm thrilled about. These two actually are my Ed Rising chapter president, Emily, sorry, I said that backwards. I knew I was gonna mess it up, I told you. And vice president, Georgia. And they've put a lot of work in this year. They've helped me kind of boss everybody around and made sure that we got stuff done. They are on year 2 in the education program, and I won't accept anything other than them coming back next year. And also, they have the amazing accomplishment of also qualifying for nationals this year. This is Georgia's first year competing at state, and they were a team. They qualified in interactive bulletin board where they found a fun way to teach middle school students absolute value. So, I mean, math in middle school, that's hard to get kids excited about. So I'm really proud of them for just doing something creative and fun. And also, Emily, this is her second year in a row going to nationals, so she's done a really great job. All right, so Rainey gets her own page because she's very special. Rainey, this is her first year in my program, so we let her come right into Teacher Academy. She didn't get to take child development, but she was excited. And I'm so glad that we let her in, because sometimes we want to make sure kids are really interested before we send them out into elementary schools. Rainey volunteered right away as our Ed Rising secretary, so she convinced everybody in class to vote for her. And Rainey has just blown us all away with how much dedication she puts into her internship. She painted her entire body orange for Dr. Seuss Week and dressed up as the Lorax, and she brings that kind of energy to her elementary classroom every single week. And so Rainey gets the Spirit and Excellence in her Internship Program Award. Leslie is not a senior, so I'm hoping to convince her to come back next year as well. Leslie's been with me since her freshman year. She is quiet, but she is respectful and responsible, and she has been completely committed to her internship kids. This year, she is a level 2 Teacher Academy student. She's my only level 2 Teacher Academy student this year. The rest who are seniors decided to kind of bail out a little bit, just saying. But so she's gone to her internship every week since the beginning of the school year. So at this point, she's like a second teacher to these kids. I've watched her work with them. She's incredibly patient. She tries constantly to get better at what she does. And her internship teachers both years have just been so happy to have her. Okay, so these three, one is also my daughter, because, I just make them sign up. But the other two, they are on their second year, so all three of these girls did child development with me, and then I was able to convince them to come back for Teacher Academy. They are a lot of fun. They are all sophomores, and so they have 2 years left, guys, 2 years to come back. They all competed at state. Cassidy and Brooke made a really adorable children's book. They were really sad when they didn't go through, but they tried really, really hard. They both do a great job in their internship program. Cassidy is one of the ones who came to me and was like, hey, I think I kind of like working with kids. And that was great to hear, since she's a teacher's kid, because sometimes they kind of steer away from that. So that was nice to hear. And Mariah, I was super proud of Mariah at state. She signed up for a public speaking event where people could come in, they could sit and watch and hear her talk about what inspires her to be a teacher. And not only did she get up there and give a speech, but she talked about things that are really personal to her, and she kind of poured her heart out, so we're really proud of her. So I have two incredibly brave boys who signed up for this Teacher Academy class with a whole bunch of kind of crazy girls. And we have made their life interesting, to say the least. We planned pranks on them, and they just take it all with a grain of salt, and they're so patient with us, and we love having them. Lorenzo couldn't be here today because he has a job, and he kind of had to choose that. But Tony is here with us, and Tony and Lorenzo and also Mariah also did a very brave thing by signing up to do an internship in the middle school. So they are all at Heights. And that actually is really difficult for these kids because there's not a big age gap. So they kind of really have to kind of put themselves out there to take the risk that these kids, it's a little different than the elementary school where they're so excited to be around them. They really have to earn that trust and that respect from the kids, and they've just done a phenomenal job. Tony is one of the most respectful, hardworking kids I've ever met, so we just are so lucky to have him.
I would recommend this program to everyone, even if you have no desire to go into education, because it gives you valuable life lessons, and you'll just get to be around a fun and positive environment throughout high school. My favorite memory is probably just doing my project and getting to present it to everyone, and then celebrating afterwards by going to the mall or playing games. Although I don't plan to go to education, I'm gonna go into nursing after I graduate and hopefully become a pediatric nurse.
Hi, my name is Lindsay, and I am with Pietra Vista and Rising. I have been in this program for 3 years. I would recommend this program to someone if you are looking to become a teacher, or I would recommend it just for the experience. My favorite memory of this program would be, last year was a lot of fun. I would say it was a lot of fun because of not only the people, but it was a positive experience. My plans for the future are to kind of just see where I end up, kind of see where my life takes me, and go from there.
My name is Tanisha Rubin. I've been in the Educators Rising program for about 2 to 3 years now. I would like to thank Ms. Beckner. She really created an atmosphere to where it was fun, it was together, it was very, not so, I didn't feel welcome. I really did feel welcome. It was pretty cool, and I would like to thank her for all that she's done for me. I think another memory I have from Educators Rising would probably be being able to be on the bus with them and knowing that we all have to lock in basically later on into the day and get our competitions done, but being on the bus and having fun still, being chill and just kind of hanging out. It was fun. It was nice to know Ms. Beckner in a different setting other than the classroom. I really do think that education is possibly a pathway for me for my future careers. Thank you.
My name is Violet Wells, and I'm in Pietra Vista Educators Rising. I've been in this program for about 3 years during my sophomore year. I'd recommend this program to someone else just for the experience going to the competition, competing, placing, everything is just a big plus. Everything is amazing. My favorite memory from this program is going to the state conference and staying in the hotel room with my friends. It's just fun going out to eat with my chapter. Everything is just really fun on the trip. My plans for the future, I'm going to go to school and be an educator for 1st grade.
All right, if you are a film student, come up onto the stage. All right, let's hear it for these educators, future educators. All right, film students. Oh, look, 2 of them are here. So Ms. Bassing is the instructor for our film students. And if you have been to a sports game, if you have been to an event, if you have watching these videos, Ms. Bassing is the person that is so incredibly dedicated to her program, but to Pietra Vista, period, hard stop. She shows up for her students in ways that you couldn't even imagine. Miss Bassing she has a passion for pouring into her students and giving the art of filmmaking, the art of broadcasting, and creating something from film in a way that is just truly, truly incredible. And she gives that passion to her students. And you can see it whenever you see what these students are creating from the projects that she is asking them to create. It is amazing, y'all. And so today we get to celebrate her film students, but also let's clap for Miss Bassing.
All right, I gotta not mess this up. So I have 4 sections of Intro to Filmmaking. Your students have all taken that. And then we have the Advanced Filmmaking course, and then the Mass Media class that I call Sports Film. This year's really special. This is my 5th year teaching this. So all the students that are here tonight are all my seniors. There's 13 of them, and I'm really proud of that number that we have those students in our program, those upper class students there. We can go. So our CTSO is Skills USA. We've only been involved with that for the last 2 years, but Tanisha and Violet, they have been in that competition this year specifically, and then Violet's done it for 2 years. So we're trying to get those numbers up and participate in that competition. This was us this year. You guys know I love a selfie.
I think we need to just look at this a little bit longer.
One of the big events that we do is the Four Corners Film Festival. So we've been taking students to that for like the last 3 years. All of your students have gone. I'm on the board of Film Four Corners, so I make sure that our kids are getting in for free, and our boss is here and he pays for the bus and our lunch and that kind of thing too. So it takes a community to get these kids doing all of the things that we get to do. This is our 2nd year. We've competed in, it's not really a competition, everybody gets to submit videos, but Film Prize Junior New Mexico. They are a program that started in, I think, Louisiana. And it's really cool because these students that participate, they have these deadlines that they have to meet. So they have to come up with their ideas, write their scripts, and submit them by a certain deadline. And then there's panels of actual filmmakers, people that are really in the industry who go over them, and they get feedback, they get notes from these professionals, and then they have to fix their scripts. And then when they get approved, they're able to begin their production. And everybody who participated in that, all my students really waited until the last minute, like actual minutes. I was up at midnight submitting, reloading pages, trying to get theirs, because they don't like to meet the deadlines I set for them. But they got to participate in that, and it's really awesome. We went to Albuquerque and showcased them, so probably a couple thousand people got to see their films. And then they're going to make them better. We have on May 15th at the Tota Theater, they're going to be showcasing some of those films, so you guys could come see them there. Okay, so everybody that's here is going to get an award from me because they're all my seniors. Let's do this one. They are in order. Okay, so Adrian, if you want to come up here while I'm talking about you. No, because it'll be a video of all of them. Yep, and then we can, I'm not organized. Okay, so hang on, you're gonna get more. So Adrian is kind of like the model student who helped us start the sports film class. He would always come in and run music for the basketball games, and he'd be like, Bassing, can we do this? Can we do this? Can we do this? He really actually forced me to do a lot to get this class going, learning the software and all of these things. So he's going to get the award this year for the best stadium DJ. Yay. Congratulations. Okay, Brendan is next. Which award does he get? Yes. So Brendan wears many hats. He's a very talented student. He's getting the award for the best voice artist. When we're done, you should ask him to do some impressions, but we get him to do voiceovers. He's in both of the classes, sports film and the advanced filmmaking, so he just adds, he contributes to these groups and brings really good perspective to them. So I'm gonna miss you next year. Thanks, Brendan. All right, Cheyenne, she has been here since a freshman. She was a freshman. She's getting the award for our best live stream director. Yep, we'll give you this one. She spent a lot of time behind the switcher. She learned it really quick, showed her the software. I don't know, she gets the rhythm, and so she's always my go-to when we need somebody to direct. Those are gonna be big shoes to fill that I'm kind of stressed out about for next year because no one has picked it up the way she did. All right. Oh, you're good. Okay, Damien. He is getting the award for the most quiet crew member. It's like pulling teeth to get him to say anything, really. But it's good, because then I'm never shushing him. You know, he's pretty locked in. Yeah, he's good. He's just a really good utility crew member to have around. He's down to do anything. Okay, next is Darnell. He's getting Rookie of the Year. Darnell, this is only his first year in advanced, but he's good. He brings different perspective. He's like, hey, what about this? And so they put it in their films. We're submitting at the TOTA. He just did this entire film by himself. I didn't even ask him to do it. He just turned it in for a project one day. He filmed it. He acted in it, edited it, did the whole thing. So you'll have to go to the TOTA and check that one out. All right, Kyrell. He's getting the award for the best how-to video. Do you remember it? So this year for their midterm at winter break, they all had to do a how-to video. And his won the favorite, but it was just put together really well. A good example of what, you know, a short film could be. All right, Jaden. He's getting the award for best fight scene. Perfect, we'll get a picture. So they did this video called the USB, and we're gonna submit it for Showcase too, so you can come and see it. But it, I don't know, it's a fight scene. It's really fun how they did it. They did a couple different edits. We gave him suggestions, and he took them, and he was able to edit that video really well. All right, Jordan, I've had him since freshman year. We've been through a lot. These other kids are gonna get mad because Jordan's getting the award for the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time. No, Jordan is really the GOAT. He will pick up a job really quick. I'm able to text him. I'm like, dude, we need someone here for this. And he'll do it. He edits his videos. He's really the GOAT. He does it all. So we really appreciate him. All right, Mitchell. Mitchell's getting the award for the most energy in class every day.
Every time.
He's my student that won't sit in a desk, and it took me about a year to learn. It's okay, you don't have to sit down in your desk. But, yep, all 50 minutes of a class every day. No, it's great to have that energy. He brings it to his videos. He's able to share it with his friends and really get some fun. He helped with the fight scene, so you guys will check it out. All right, Raylyn. She's getting the award for Best Editor, specifically for Mute Jammin'. So this video, these students participated in a film contest a couple weeks ago. They had a week. They got a prompt. They got assigned 2 random genres, and then they had a week to shoot a video, edit it together, and submit it. And their group actually won the audience favorite that night at the showing. They each got $50 for participating in it. But she did the last minute edits. She's really good at it. So she gets that award for Best Editor. All right, Rosalyn. Call her Rose. She's getting the award for the best commercial editor. She's actually, for years, her work is really professional. So anytime we get like a serious business deal that we're cutting a commercial for a local company, so it's bigger than just our classroom. It's things that people are paying for and that, a lot of other people are gonna see. She's always my first go-to because she's really good at her edit. She takes her work seriously, and she just spits out really professional work. All right, Tanisha. Just kidding. We have this joke where I stare at her in class because I'm pretending to come up with something mean to say to her, and then I can never think of anything. So, no, Tanisha got the award for the best stop motion animation. She's actually only in my intro to film class this year. But she's really good friends with Violet, so they kind of helped each other out. I would like to attribute this film class that they made it to nationals for their Ed Rising because they made a video, so it's like, they're applying all of it. But Tanisha has a stop motion. We posted it on the PV YouTube page, so you can go check that out, of Stitch. She just animated this Stitch being built and kind of dancing around. It's really cool. So good job. All right. Mine were in alphabetical order, that's why you're last. But Violet. Who? Oh, he does, huh? I don't know how Kyrell got not in there. Okay, they're not alphabetical. Violet is getting the award for the best drone operator. She picked that up really quick whenever we first got a drone in our program. And she's one that I can call on when we need a drone shot. She's really good at it. My brain doesn't work that way. She actually got some footage. I think it was last year we did the polar bear plunge. She was there and filmed. So she was able to get her footage put onto KOBF. She was on the Albuquerque News with her footage. So that's really cool. So thanks, Violet. Okay, and our last award, and he wasn't here last year, and the only way I talked him into being here this year is he's running our live stream for us. But Mr. Hughes is getting the MVP for the 24-25 season because he's the man. Cool, that's all I got. I don't think he will. Okay, so our video is too big to fit in this Canva presentation. So all of our seniors recorded a video. Yes, they can. Oh, these aren't our seniors. Let me see if I can find this. I thought I had it up. I'm sorry.
Hello, my name is Adrian Hopkins, and we're graduating in class of 2025 this year. I've been in this program for about 2 years, and I've been in Ms. Bessie's class for 4 years now. I would like to thank Ms. Betsy and my parents, because without their help, I probably wouldn't have gotten into graphic design. My favorite memory would be looking at the video board and seeing my graphic designs displayed for everyone to see. My future plans are to attend Selma College for digital media.
Hello, my name is Brendan Saltz. I'm in both advanced and sports film. I'm in been in those classes for about like a year now, so was an intro to filmmaking around a year or two, so I guess double it up, I guess for 2 years now. But I like to thank Miss Bassing since like she's basically, you know, the teacher, and so she leads like basically leading everything from like, you know, school events, a lot of film contests, as well as like assignments and such. The other person I also want to thank is my friend Gabe Pishmakai for like after like meeting him like last year. Not only is like a good partner, but he's also a brilliant director and a brilliant cameraman. Like a lot of the films that are not only made by me, but also co-directed by us, and at times I would be titled as a writer and just give him directing duties to lead on the project. So I'm very glad I got to meet him. As well as I also want to thank Christopher, who's like a brilliant editor as well as a brilliant actor as well. Same with Jaden and Mitchell. So, oh yeah, and Xavier too, he's brilliant as well. So I like to thank all of those people for this year, and for Gabe and, you know, Miss Bassing for last year as well. So I very much thank them a lot. And my favorite memory this year, it was during the field trip we went to Santa Fe at the IAIA, Indian American Institute of the Arts. Well, actually, Institute of the American Indian Arts. And here, that was the only trip where I feel like I was more interactive because I got to be more like, you know, like I got to hang out with friends, I got to chat with them, and here, like I didn't feel like an outcast again, as all of the previous field trips I've been. But I'm very grateful that I went on that trip. And it's honestly one of the best experiences I had in my high school year. And finally, my plans for the future, for next year, I plan to go to college for next 2 years to get an associate's degree, majoring in journalism, art and design, theater and drama, as well as filmmaking and business, because someday I wish to own a company eventually someday. And so my dream is to mainly become an artist in almost in every medium. For I have big dreams of wanting to make comic books, movies, video games, cartoons, toys, etc. That's what I want to be, and so that is it.
Hello, my name is Bobby Schmidt, otherwise known as Shine McDonald. I've been in this program for 3 years, enrolled in this class 3 years. I would like to thank Ms. Passing and her always pushing us to perform our best on all of our videos and having that engagement with her. And I've been helping her for the last 4 years. My favorite memory from this class has been whenever Bassing told us to have a 2-person scene, and me and my friend Raylan chose a scene from that 70s show, and that whole like 30 to an hour was full of retakes, laughter, and eventually food getting shoved into my face. My favorite memory from sports film has to be the graduation from last year. That was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. My plans for the future is to attend San Juan College for my prereqs, and then transfer to another college to study to become a chemical engineer.
Hello, my name is Damien McKinley. I've been in sports film for 2 years. My favorite memory is going to Albuquerque for Film Prize Junior. My plans for the future are to go to college and get my heavy equipment license.
Hello, my name is Donnell Sherman, and I am a senior at Pedro Vista High School. I have been in film class for 2 years. I started an intro in my junior year, and now I am in advanced filmmaking as a senior. I would like to thank my mom, my grandparents, and my auntie, and also my friends I have made along the way. My favorite memory of this program in intro was whenever I won the green screen video contest in our class. My favorite memory in advanced filmmaking was whenever we participated in the Four Corners Film Contest, where we actually won second place. My plans for the future are to go to San Juan College, get my certificate to become an electrician. Thank you.
My name is Kareli Ozzy, and I have been in filmmaking program for the past 2 years. And people that I want to thank that helped me in the program is my uncle, my aunt, that have been there for me, and they've been trying to do their best for me to have a good life and a good high school life. And my favorite memory in this program was having fun with my friends, making memories with them, knowing that leaving them behind in high school is really hard for me to say goodbye to them. And what I'm planning for is in my future is to go to college, to see what I can enjoy in college, what program I can go to, should I just keep doing filmmaking or become an engineer? I really like filmmaking because it's something fun to do with friends, family, and you can make a lot of good memories to have those. But engineering is something I'm really good at with math.
Hello, my name is Jaden Davis, and I've been in the digital media program and PBHS filmmaking for 2 years now. When it comes to my favorite memory for this program, I would say it's probably during intro to film and when we were doing our Halloween videos, because obviously it was very bad but also really funny. So we had a scene where one of the two main characters of the story got dragged away by the killer, and it was very bad. He just kind of got dragged away while his hands were in his pockets. He didn't show any resistance. And then the killer threw the hat at the wall, and no one could contain their laughter after that. It was really funny, and we had to just cut that all together because there was no way of doing it without it being overly funny. I would like to thank my dad and all my friends here that I've made through the filmmaking classes. So Christopher, Damien, Samuel, and a whole lot more people. My plans for the future, though, are I kind of want to keep filmmaking as kind of a side hobby. I don't really plan to use it for anything. It's really fun to do, but I feel like it would kind of lose that magic under the deadlines and need to make money if I went into it as a job.
Hello everyone, I'm Jordan, aka Jade Ayazi. I've been in the program all 4 years, but filmmaking I've been in it 3. I'm not enrolled in it this year, and this is my second year in sports film. I'd like to thank my friends for just making filmmaking fun and just chilling, man, just chilling. I'd like to thank Bassy, for teaching me everything about filmmaking and cameras and stuff. It's so much fun now. My favorite memory from filmmaking is probably my sophomore and junior year. I had all my friends in there and I just did no work, just laughed in the back and just had fun and just bashing. Favorite memory from sports film will probably be last year's graduation. I saw all my bros just leave like that, and it was so cool but so sad. My plans for the future are to attend San Juan and hopefully somehow become an electrician.
My name is Mitchell Moore, and I have been in PV film for about 3 years now. I think the greatest thing that I would like to introduce to people for PV film is the fact that we get to create our own projects, we get to express ourselves in other ways that we never got to before. So that's what I would like to give to people, give that opportunity to people. I would like to thank my parents, all my family, who decided to help me out and gave their time to help me. I would also like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because he got me through this no matter what anyone else says. That's the only reason why I'm here. I think my favorite memory would have to be all of us together doing our Halloween film. We did that, it was crazy. I was in like a scarecrow costume and we were acting, but I accidentally got my head slammed too far into a desk, so my nose started hurting, boom, boom, it kept going, but I had a mask on so you couldn't see me, and I started tearing up, so that was really fun. I think my future plans that I would like to have are to maybe go into filming as like a side job or a way to make a bit of money on the side. And then I would like to go to college and expand my knowledge of everything else that I currently have.
Hi, my name is Raylan Lizer. I am a senior. I've been in filmmaking for 4 years, and I have been in sports film for 2 years. My favorite memory about this program, I would say, is going to Film Prize Junior and participating in the contest that we have, and being able to meet other filmmakers and seeing how their movies are and how I can make my movies better. My plans for the future are not set in stone.
Hello, my name is Rosalind Henderson. I have been in this program for 4 years, and I would like to thank my family and friends for supporting me and helping me in this class. My favorite memory is going to the King Center and trying some freeze-dried lasagna with my friend Sarah. My plans for the future is going to Stanmore College and getting my filming degree.
My name is Tanisha Rubin. I've been in this program for about a year now. I've been doing Film Prize and Skills both for a year. I would like to thank Ms. Basking and Violet Wells for introducing me to the program. Violet really got me excited to join, and Ms. Basking was really like, yeah, come on, join. I think Skills was pretty fun. It was nice to get to know both of them a lot better, and I think now we're pretty close. Film Prize was pretty cool too. I like seeing my movies and the things that I worked on, like, in action. My plans for the future are probably to keep doing the things that I learned from it. I think if I were to go and start a business, like doing things that I've learned, like the design, learning how to do Canva, learning how to edit, how to do Foley and all of that. All in all, I think both programs were really cool and like introducing me to the different types of film aspects, and it was really cool to see, things that I worked on. Film Prize and Skills were pretty fun.
My name is Violet Wells, and I'm with Piedra Vista Skills USA. I've been in this program for about 3 years. I started my sophomore year, and I've been competing for 2. I would like to thank my group leader, Ms. Bassing, for always encouraging me, taking us to the competition itself, and making sure everything is all right with our program and everything. My favorite memory is honestly staying in the hotel with my friends and just having the experience meeting all the new people and just competing. My plans for the future, I'm going to college to be a director, and then I'm going to make movies.
All right, if you are one of the business students, please either stay on the stage or come up to the stage. All right. All right, so Mr. Cornell is our instructor for the business students, and Mr. Cornell is a person who is incredibly talented. His skill that he is the skill that he has on running a business, on starting a business, and making a business succeed, that he is empowering these students to take on is just out of this world. The students at PV that have the opportunity to be in Mr. Cornell's class and learn from him are very, very lucky to have him as their instructor. And I think that we have some students that are going to have very successful businesses in the future because they've had this class. So let's hear it for the business students.
All right, so a little bit of background information about me. I just moved to New Mexico this summer from Nebraska, and it's my first year teaching ever. So I have a huge thank you to this group behind me for getting me through this year. First year, easily the hardest year. So big round of applause to these people right here. Thank you. Okay, next slide. Thank you. So I teach one class right now. I just started with Intro to Business. Through this class, we went over a couple things. We did personal finance to start, kind of went into what the basic business concepts are. Then we rolled into some economics, not a whole lot, just kind of keeping it pretty basic. Into this semester, we worked on ethics, which is just treating people right and being a good business person in general. And then the major project that we've been working on since pretty much February is business plans. So in order to start a business, you probably need a business plan in order to get the money to actually fund the business. So that's what we've been working on for a long time, from logos to taglines. We've been making websites, different things all throughout this semester. So all of my awards today are based around that business plan. Next year, I plan on having a second class. It would be Business to Entrepreneurship. Through this class, we're going to do a couple different things. We're going to advance their business plans from the intro stages into an advanced business plan that they could probably present to a bank in order to get the loan that they would need to start that business. We're also going to be running a school store, and we're going to be working with a lot of people at work, so that happens. But the first award that I have is Logo Legends, so that's one of the big pieces of a business is your logo. It's the main thing that people see, it's the first thing that people see, and a lot of people judge your business based on its logo. So out of all of my seniors in the class, these were my two favorite personally. I have Kimberly G and Zane L with Kimbo's Cakes and Southwest Lawn Care.
Hello, my name is Kimberly. I am a senior. The name of my business is Kimbo Cakes, and it's a business used to make custom cakes.
Hi, my name is Zane Lee, and I'm a senior, and my business is called Southwest Lawn Care. And basically what my business does is it offers like lawn care and yard work and yard cleanup for your homes, yards and backyards. So we offer lawn mowing, tree trimming, and bush trimming, and yard cleanup such as like raking leaves, and also being able to remove trees or bushes and anything that you need in your yard. Yeah, we're open Monday through Sunday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We offer a variety of services and also different plans which offers the services that which we provide, such as lawn mowing, tree trimming, bush removal, yard cleanup, weed control. So that's pretty much it. Thank you.
Also, so before I get into the next ones, all of the papers you saw on the table back there are mini business plans. They're not the complete thing, but they do have some of the key components that they've built throughout the year. So if you'd like to learn more about these businesses that we're going over, they're all back on that table. You can look through the papers, do whatever you want with them. That's that. So the next award is Best Brand Identity. So having a brand and being consistent with your brand is super important. Being recognizable, think about Apple. Everything that comes out for them is pretty consistent. You can always tell what an Apple iPhone looks like just by looking at it without the logo. So for this award, I have Julia T. and Brett A. for the Best Brand Identity.
Hello, my name is Julia Tepale. I am a senior at Piedra Vista High School. My brand is called Your Glam, which is a cosmetics company. It is animal, cruelty-free, and vegan. My business is based on makeup products that are not tested on animals, including makeup products that don't have any fragrances or chemicals that are against your skin. I want to make sure that my makeup products are natural. My makeup products are also, I want them to be for everybody. So if you have acne, oily skin, flaky skin, dry skin, etc., I want to make sure that my makeup products won't cause any rashes or any redness, anything like that, or an allergy reaction. The purpose of me making this brand is because a lot of makeup companies, most of them claim to not have or at least have 1%, 2% of chemicals or fragrances in them. I want to be a makeup company that doesn't have any fragrances in them or chemicals, because most of those chemicals and fragrances are against most people's skin, depending on what skin types they have. I want my makeup products to be available for everybody. And I also want to make sure that anybody who wears my makeup products feels just comfortable in it, they don't have any problems with it. And I also want to make sure that my brand is just accessible for everybody. I want to make sure that those who do wear my makeup products, I want to make sure that my makeup products just won't be against your skin. I want it to be beneficial for your skin. which is why I chose to make my makeup products vegan and cruelty free, just to prevent anything from happening to your skin. Yeah, that's it.
My name is Brett. I'm a senior. I'm in business class, and my business is called Coast Golf. And what my business does is I sell golf clothing and equipment.
All right, so the next award is all about making money. It is your profit projections champ. So what we did is we projected sales over 1 month using reasonable estimates, not making outlandish numbers, but using information from the internet, doing our research, and through this research, Darnell over here is projected to make $60,000 a month and over $700,000 a year with his video game business. So.
I am Darnell Sherman. I am a senior at Pedro Vista High School. And my business is Crippin Studios, which is a game development studio, which we focus more on the horror genre of gaming. We make games for every platform, such as VR, PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. We have ideas for upcoming games such as Project Quarantine. Project Quarantine is a game where it's basically an apocalypse or a breakout of a virus, and you are surviving in your own home for 7 days. Throughout those 7 days, you have to survive via food, water, and a source of entertainment. That's all we have so far for our upcoming game, and we hope to make more in the future. Thank you.
And the last award I have is called the Next Big Thing Award. So this award is for an idea that could be the next big thing. It's kind of in the name. So with this award, it's going to go to Damian Vahey. He's going to talk a little bit about his idea, but I'm going to as well because I do think it's a great idea. So the business name is Retro Ron, so retro restaurant. The whole point is he's going to have retro games and a restaurant all in one place. I think that's something that pretty much everywhere is lacking unless they have a Dave & Buster's, but even at those kinds of places, they don't have the retro games. That's what a lot of people like to play, and that would bring in a lot of customers along with his menu and things like that. So before we play his video, his menu is back there on his business plan along with all of the other ones. I recommend looking at his, looking over the games he's offering, looking at what he has. It's very well done and very well executed.
My name is David Loney, and my business is called Retro. Retro is an arcade/restaurant business where your families and friends can come in and eat handcrafted meals by our chefs, or come in to the bar and order drinks if you're over 21. Besides that, there will be an arcade-side business where you can earn prizes and earn high scores. Prizes will depend on how many tickets you have. And on the card, you can buy it for $5 or more. Along with that, if you order a meal at the restaurant side of our business, you'll be able to earn points on your card for more games.
Alright, let's hear it for our future business owners. Yeah. Alright, next up we have our healthcare students. If you are a healthcare student, come on up to the stage. So our healthcare instructor is Ms. Robertson, and Ms. Robertson is very dedicated to her students. She adores her students, and she really shows up for her students. I think that we have come from a place where healthcare has had mixed feelings, right? And what a cool opportunity that the students here at PV have by taking this class and learning how they can enter into the healthcare profession. They do lots of different things that show them how to, heal a scratch all the way to, and probably Ms. Robertson is going to tell you all about it, but I think that they cover just this wide range of skills that it takes to be in the healthcare profession, and Ms. Robertson has poured her heart into these students and given them that passion. So let's hear it from Ms. Robertson.
Okay, I'm going to apologize right now. I get super nervous on stage fright, I guess. But I have told my students from day one that they have to learn soft skills such as speaking in front of people, because in the healthcare industry, you have a lot of communication, whether it's with patients, with other healthcare providers. You just have to get used to talking to people. So they'll probably roll their eyes, but I tell them they have to present their projects in front of the class. So there's 2 courses offered. This year is my first year, and so we did Healthcare Occupations 1. We started off the year with learning about the different pathways in the healthcare field, and students kind of got to look and see what career opportunities are in each pathway. And I actually had them all, after we finished all the pathways, get a little sticky note and put a career in the pathway that they're interested in. So it was kind of neat to see what all the students were interested in. We learned infection control, which not only helps in the healthcare field, but it helps the public, especially with our recent pandemic, just how to keep from spreading illness. We learned about medical ethics and law. We're in anatomy and physiology right now. We just do like a quick overview and learn about diseases. There's actually a anatomy and physiology class offered here that goes in much more depth. But I've just seen the passion in a lot of these students, which pulls at my heartstrings, because I knew I wanted to be in the medical field since I was in middle school. And so I hope if some of my students weren't interested before, I hope I inspired them to at least consider the medical field, because it takes a lot of empathy and compassion and that care have Katrina. Katrina is an excellent student. She is an excellent student. She's always asked questions for clarification or if she wants to know more. And all of her projects are well executed. She gets up in front of class and she presents, and you can tell she puts her best work forward. So thank you. Okay, next we have Malia. Malia is one of the most kindest, hardworking students I have met. She wants to be an ER doctor, and yes, I know, and she can do it. In all of her projects, she does an excellent job in her work, and she's another student that will always ask questions, and I want students to strive for that, so. Michaela has been the sweetest, most hardworking student that I've had in class. You can tell by her work that she has a passion and that she really cares, and she strives to do her best, and she does. So I really appreciate you. Sydney is not here, but I chose her because she also does an excellent job as far as work completion, her attitude in class, and her projects. And so that's why I chose her. And then I don't see Analia. I chose Analia. She's just a really sweet student, and she's a hard worker, and I never have to bug her about missing work or anything. She gets everything in, and so that's why I chose her for that certificate of achievement. And then next I have Nicholas. Nicholas came to me during like the first week of school, and he told me, he's like, I'm interested in paramedic EMS, and he had such a passion when he talked about his future plans, and he shows that in his academics and his his projects and just his commitment to the class. So excellent. Bianca. Bianca is an excellent student. She comes to school every day ready to learn, put forth her best work. Again, her projects are excellent. I never have to bug her about missing work. She's a star student, so thank you. Next is Rylan. Rylan's another student that she comes in every day. She inquires if there's something, like if her grade has dropped just a little bit. She's coming to me like, hey, how can I get this up? And she has one of the highest grades, so she wants perfection. And she does perfectionist work, and I really appreciate her commitment to the class. Okay, my last certificate goes to Bella. She's not here tonight, but Bella is, I chose
started this class currently in August. I would like to thank my mom, who has given me unwavering support and love, along with my father figure Carl, little Al, who has always given me good guidance, and also like to thank God for where I am today and all my success. My favorite memory in this class is when a group of us got together and brought snacks, drinks, and before Christmas break, we enjoyed each other's company, we laughed, we cracked jokes, just enjoying the time we had together before the break and before we each gone to our different classes. My best activity I was able to do for this class was when I was able to participate in a leadership program out in Albuquerque at the Pyramid, and I was able to connect with other peers and network with other people and other individuals that wanted to go further in their education. My plans for the future is to continue school at either Texas, California, or North Dakota to get my bachelor's degree in medicine, to become a cardiothoracic surgeon, or to get my bachelor's degree in law to become a domestic violence defense attorney. And thank you.
My name is Addison Carey, and I have been in the healthcare occupations class for only a year now. I would like to thank Ms. Robertson so very much. She is truly a great teacher, and she has really taught me what it is to become someone. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'll just restart. My name is Addison Carey, and I've been in the healthcare career occupations class for only a year now. I would like to thank Ms. Robertson so very much. She's a great teacher. She's truly amazing. She really taught me what it is to go into healthcare. My favorite memory I have from this class is doing all the projects and learning, going more into depth on what goes on in the healthcare field and what it takes really to become a healthcare person. My best project or activity that I've done in this class was definitely the case studies. That is where we learn about all of the body systems in the body and how diseases can affect them. And my plans for the future, I want to become a nurse, specifically a neonatal nurse. I really, really love this class and all the stuff that it has taught me, and in pursuing a career in healthcare.
My name is Kylie Fager. I'm a freshman. I've been in this class since the beginning of the school year. I would like to thank Ms. Robertson, Malia, Nico, Jesus, Dalcy, and Lydia. They've all made the class very fun. My favorite memory from this class is probably whenever we did a Christmas party thing. Everyone brought something to eat, and it was so much fun. My favorite lab was probably the PPE lab, where we had to all the personal protective equipment on and then take it off. After I graduate high school, I want to go to college and I want to become a dental hygienist.
Hi, my name is Jesus Castro, and I'm a sophomore in healthcare occupation. Someone I'd like to give thanks to would have to be Ms. Robertson for being there pretty much all the time in class and always helping us out whenever we needed it. Even whenever I had a question, she'd always answer them. I'd also like to give thanks to Ms. Thrower. She let me pick the class even though I registered in a day before school started. And also my mom for always supporting me and just helping me out each time I needed it. One of my favorite memories in this class would have to be whenever we did CPR. Me and Lydia were partners, and we were doing pretty good. And then we had to do the Hanukkah maneuver, and it was interesting, it was fun. My favorite project and activity would also have to be our case studies. I love doing them, they're really fun, the researching part. It's really fun because you get to learn new things and try presenting in front of everybody. Some plans for the future would have to be, I really want to get my phlebotomy certificate with Second College. And I also really want to be a neurologist and neurosurgeon for the future.
Hi, my name is Jasmine. I've been in this class in September. I would like to thank Ms. Robinson for being so kind and helpful. My favorite memory of activity that we have done in this class was doing healthcare steps. My plans for the future is to become a dentist or go to cosmetology school.
Hello, my name is Nico Flores. I'm a freshman. I have been in healthcare occupations since the beginning of the year. I would like to thank Kylie, Delcy, Jesus, Lydia, and favorite memory of this year in healthcare occupation has to be whenever we did the CPR lab. Everybody had fun there, and like it was just really fun. And my plans for the future are either going to be an engineer or a welder or in the military.
Hi, my name is Lydia Freeman. I've been in healthcare for this entire year. I'm a freshman. I'd like to thank my family and my counselor, and especially Miss Robertson. She was there pretty much every day for class, and she just was a really encouraging teacher who was super kind and super helpful in really helping us learn. My favorite memory from this class is probably when we learned CPR. We got our CPR certification, and me and Jesus were partners, and it was just really funny because we had to do the Heimlich maneuver, and it was just really funny learning it, especially with a partner. And then my favorite project we've probably done is we did a genetic engineering essay that we had to write, and it was really interesting to learn about genetic engineering because like that's a real world thing that's going on, so it was really cool to learn about that. My plans for the future is I'm hoping to graduate with my associates through San Juan College by the end of high school, and I'm hoping to eventually go to Texas Tech and become a physician's assistant.
Hi, my name is Callie Harden, and I've been in the healthcare class for 1 year now. And I would just like to thank Mrs. Robertson because she's just truly an amazing teacher and has helped me so much this year. My favorite memory from this class is all the fun projects and just learning about all the healthcare fields and careers that you can go into. My best project or activity that I've done in this class is probably just all the case studies and learning about all the systems in the bodies and how diseases can affect them. And my plans for the future is to be a nurse and go into the healthcare career, and this class has really helped me with pursuing my dreams into being a nurse. Woo!
My name is Katrina Henry, and I've been in this class since the beginning of the school year. I would like to thank my health teacher because her kindness was always my favorite part of the day. My favorite memory of the class is probably Kahoot. Those get pretty competitive. My favorite project that we did was probably when I did a keynote on the Stanford prison experiment. And my plans for the future is to become a neurosurgeon and operate on people and make lots of money.
Hello, my name is Julia Kiswood, and I'm a freshman. I've been in healthcare occupation 1 since the beginning of the school year. I would like to thank my teacher, Miss Robertson, because she teaches us very well and is very patient with all of us, and I'm thankful for her. And I'm also thankful for Kylie, Nico, Jesus, Delcy, and Lydia. And my favorite memory from that class is when last semester, me, Kylie, Delcy, Jesus, Nico, and Lydia all had the same 7th-hour class together. And we all brought food together with each other, and we had like a little lunch thing, you can say. And it was very funny, and we all had pickle bites during that time. A project that we did in healthcare occupation 1 was we did a PPE training where we put mustard on our hands, where our hands had gloves on it, and we had to put the PPE equipment on and take it off at the same time. And it was funny, but my plans for the future is to go to UCLA in LA and go to medical school and become an emergency medicine physician.
Hi, I'm Michela. I'm from Italy, and I have 18. I'm a senior. This is my last year of high school, and I go to Mrs. Robinson class for 1 year. It's so fun and interesting, and we do a lot of projects, and I think my favorite is the CPR project. Teach me a lot, and it's so useful things. My favorite memory in this course, obviously also my friend and my classmates. So I have a lot of memory with them. But also I like some projects and interesting things about the body. And I don't know, one of my favorites is the skeletal system. My plans for the future is come back in Italy and finish my high school because in Italy I have 1 more year. I want to go to university in Italy, but I want to do when university can ask me to find a job that allows me to travel a lot because I like this exchange of culture.
My name is Analia Baston. I've been in this class since the beginning of the year. I'd like to thank my mom, my sister, because they supported me through this whole program. My favorite memory of this class either has to be when we did the CPR or when we did the mustard trial. The best project that I've done, and I think I've done the best in, is my case studies. My plan for the future is I want to become a pediatric nurse and go to college. And if not, I'll become a pediatric surgeon. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Nicholas Scott. I've been in class for 1 year. I would like to thank Ms. Robertson for giving me the opportunity to learn more about healthcare. My favorite memory in the class would probably be doing the CPR training. It was a good refresher. My favorite project memory is probably the PPE. Whenever we learn all the basics for how to wear PPE and take it off. What I want to do in the future, I want to advance in healthcare. I want to become a paramedic and probably a registered nurse.
Hi, my name is Bianca Valdez, and I have been in healthcare occupations for about 1 year. I would like to thank my sister Sierra. She inspires me to challenge myself in this class, and she makes me a better person. And since she's going to college for dentistry, she makes me want to look up to her because I'm interested in healthcare as well. One of my favorite memories in this class is when we did an assignment on nervous systems, and I kind of liked it. I found it fun because we learned about all the nerves in our bodies. We did a diagram, and I felt like that was fun to do, and that was my favorite for me. My best project, the first aid project, is when we did a drawing, and I kind of like to draw in color. So we did that, and it was pretty cool to learn about the steps and procedures about CPR and the importance behind it. My plans for the future is, My plans for the future is I am attending college, but I'm still unsure what career choice to pick.
My name is Rylan Valdez, and I've been in healthcare careers and occupations my whole sophomore year. And I would like to thank my friends and my family for the support and the help that they've given me. My favorite memory from this class is whenever the whole class got CPR certified. It was really fun and it was a good day. And my best project and activity that I think I've done in this class is the case studies. Whenever we do them, I'm really on time with them and I get all my details finished quick. And my plans for the future are to be a dietitian or a personal trainer because I want to help people with their journeys.
My name is Bella Valencia. I've been in this class since the beginning of the year. I would like to thank Ms. Robertson for being a great teacher and supporter, and my parents for supporting me through the whole program. My favorite memory from this class would have to be the CPR class when all the kids tried on the choking vest. Best project or activity would probably be the medical ethics case study, and I did my project on deep sleep therapy, which was really interesting. What are your plans for the future? I want to be a police officer or a forensic scientist, so I plan to go to college and get my degree.
Next up, we have Miss Stim and her students. If you can come to the stage. The courses that we will be learning about are our athletic trainer. So Miss Stim is the athletic training instructor, and we talked a little earlier about Miss Bassing being at every sporting event, and Miss Stim is also at every single sporting event. She is incredibly dedicated to her students, and her students absolutely adore her, and she adores them. The athletic trainers are they're students that when one of our student athletes at a Piedra Vista game get injured, they are responding to those injuries and helping those students. So Please give it up for Ms. Sten.
I will try to make this as quick as possible because I know that a lot of us are ready to get ready for Thursday. I teach what we're going to call medical sciences. I teach intro to athletic training. We focus on all kinds of sports-related, sports medicine type stuff, anatomy, physiology, injuries, prevention, treatment, diagnosis. I teach Anatomy 1, which is just an intro class, kind of for everybody. And then I teach an Anatomy 2 class, which is more like a pre-med class for those kids who are really looking into going into medicine, or just really liked my other classes, or just really wanted to dissect cats. So, we do not have a CTSO for athletic training. We have an actual state competition. 25 years ago, the state of New Mexico, NMAA, New Mexico Athletics Association, got together with the student athletic training population and came up with our own state competition. We've taken teams in the past. We haven't done it in a really long time. This year, the district asked us to take a team. Ballin told us to take a team. We put together, the way it works is you can do individuals or you can do groups of 4. You can bring 3 teams. So we were fortunate enough we had 3 full teams to take to state. And these kids are put through kind of like a knowledge bowl situation, basically a test, and then they have to do a practical where they are given a situation and they have to run through that situation as if they were medical professionals and hopefully not kill their patient. And then they get judged by a panel, and then those compilation scores go into team scores, individual scores, and then overall school board. So we took these guys, plus we're missing some. All of our students in our student athletic training program are also athletes, every single one of them. So some of them have sports and some of them have jobs. So spoiler alert, we went there, we haven't been in a really long time. We took a group, we really didn't know what to expect. We told our kids, don't expect to place. We're just here to learn stuff. And surprise, our kids nailed it and ended up with a second place trophy overall for this school. They had to put in a lot of time on their own. They're not all in the same class together. So they gave up their lunches, they worked after school to work on their practical skills within their teams. And Mia and Erin, who are also our athletic trainers, while they don't teach, they do work with our student athletes, and they work with our student athletic trainers. We are able to take some of our students that are interested in sports medicine, and they come work games with us in a practical setting. They're on the sidelines with us. They're in the athletic training room. They help with taking notes. They help set up stuff. They help with cleaning. They help with all kinds of stuff, and they get really great real world experience. So Erin and Mia worked with these guys a lot to work on their practical skills to get ready for this competition. So we have kind of 2 categories of awards tonight.
of the students that were represented on the stage. There's not very many people left, but let's give a round of